data points to find out, boom, what is the bill when it comes both to the do-re-mi as well as the cost in public opinion, not just here in the United States, but around the globe. And we're going to start off with tariffs. Take a look here. Okay, the loss to GDP in 2025.
What do you think? Is this what's causing? What makes you pissed about Trump? Is it the tariffs? Is it the tariffs? Is it the bigotry? What is it? What is it makes you pissed off about Donald Trump?
Trump's tariffs. Look at this. We're talking about $180 billion, $180 billion with a B. That is eye-popping.
This guy seems
But it's
sick.
not just the do-re-mi. It's, of course, the court of public opinion as well.
It's not just the do-re-mi from New Jersey.
Look here. Okay.
This guy, Enton, I think that he must be sick. I think he's under the weather.
We're talking about our allies, right? The net
That's the thing. When you watch news as much as I do, you're like, I think the old Enton's not feeling so well today.
approval rating of Trump on tariffs. Look at this. In Canada, we're talking 65 points underwater for our neighbors in the north. They hate the tariffs. Hate. Now, of course, we're talking about the first ally, really, for the United States when it was born all the way back in 1776, 250
When it was born and they gave us that Statue of Liberty. Come on.
years ago. Look at this. 74 points underwater. But you think that's low? You ain't seen nothing yet. We're talking about Germany. Look at this. 83 points underwater. Woof. Now, you know what? It would be one thing. It'd be one thing if there was the cost to America and the allies didn't like it, but maybe Americans liked it. But do we like new tariffs? No, we don't. No, we don't. Look at this. Okay, U.S. Americans on new tariffs on imported goods. You know, you go back to November of 2024. Look at this. 52% of Americans favored it. 48% opposed. Well, now we are in a completely different world. Yes, we are. We come back to the screen here. In 2026, look at this. 63% of Americans oppose these new tariffs on imported goods. That's up 15 points. Meanwhile, woo, down we go. 37% now favor it. We're right into the Hudson River right here in New York in terms of the favor on tariffs. Now, in terms of the cost to Americans, the cost to you, the American consumer, look at this. Okay, what are we talking about? Total tariff cost paid by Americans? $231 billion. Billion dollars with a B per household. We're talking about a little bit less than two.
That's the thing. Like, are you pissed? I'm fucking pissed. Why am I spending all this money on these tariffs? I didn't choose these tariffs. I didn't do this. Why do I got to pay so much damn money on my coffee? How come I got to spend so much money on these $231 billion, $1,745 per household? It's just me. I'm the household. I just spent $2,000. God damn. Especially, and you know what? If you drink more beer, your tariffs are higher. If you drink more coffee, your tariffs are higher. So I'm screwed. I drink a lot of beer and coffee. I'm done. Because my aluminum and my coffee beans are so expensive.
$1,000 per household. Woof. And that's just between February 2025 and January 2026. Now, I spoke about the tariffs, right? But it's not just the tariffs where the bill is coming due, right? It's about the war in Iran as well. And look here. Okay. Again, look at the allies. Net approval, Trump's handling of Iran. Look at this. In the UK, 50 points underwater right into the Atlantic Ocean. That's what we're talking about. But you think that's low? Look at Japan. Look at Japan right into the Pacific Ocean. 57 points underwater. But again, you ain't seen nothing yet because the Italians, look at the Italians. Trump's handling of Iran, 70
in the Mediterranean Ocean.
Points underwater. You never see numbers like this. You never see numbers like this. But our allies pretty much all agree they do not like Trump's handling of Iran. And look at this. The median of 36 foreign countries, 54 points underwater. Oi. And you know what? It's having an impact here at home as well. Look at this. Look at Trump's approval rating. Look at him. Okay, Trump net approval on the issues, the economy, which was a strength during term number one. He was 6 points above water. I do love Henry Winkler. I love the font. 6 points above water. Now, what are we talking about? 20 points underwater. Down we go. And on foreign policy, look at the decline. He wasn't in too hot a shape back in June of 2018, 9 points underwater. But now Trump is 20.
Well, back in 2018, he was just, blackmailing Zelensky. Now he's killing schools full of children. I mean,
2 points underwater, right into any body of water that you want to think of. He's down there with the Little Mermaid. That's really the bottom line. And you know what? It's not just about the public opinion, right? Again, let's go back to the cost. Look at this. The military spending. Look at this. U.S. military spending on the war, about or even more than $72 billion. $72 billion. Now, I will point out, this probably will add some jobs later on in the year for arms manufacturers. But I'll ask you whether...
Speaking of jobs, arms manufacturing. Hey, arms manufacturing, it'll create jobs in arms manufacturing. Aren't you happy about that? You guys can all get jobs building guns and bombs. And then you can build guns and bombs. Way to go, America. That's what you could get a job doing. That's what you're qualified to do, making guns and bombs for Iran. Fantastic. Awesome. Hey, I see that 47% think that your first job is your That's when you're an adult. I got my first job when I was 13. You're saying I was an adult when I was 13?
Now, you think that the cost is worth that, whether the cost is worth that. But of course, what about Americans themselves? How much do-re-mi? How much do-re-mi are we really talking about? Well, how about this? The cost of the Iran war on Americans, the gas hikes, the food, etc. We're talking, get this, about $134 billion, perhaps even more than that.
So what you're saying is that because of Donald Trump, I lost $3,000 in 2025. Is that what you're saying? I lost $1,000 because of this war in Iran, and I lost $2,000 because of the tariffs. Is that what you're saying? Are you serious? Am I supposed to believe that it cost the average household over $2,000 because it's actually more? It's almost $3,000. Almost $3,000 because of the war in Iran and the tariffs. And you guys are like, yeah, Trump's for me. I love that guy.
And that's a cost of
I love guys who steal from me.
$1,000. No, it's more than $1,000 per household. It's this type of stuff that really just gets me very hot and heated. So